Knott's Berry Farm is pleased to present Krazy Kirk and the Hillbillies.
Howdy! Let me hear you say, yeehaw! Thank you for being here. In other words, let me say it this way. Thank you for keeping us employed. Thanks for the job. Because if you folks wouldn't come around, we wouldn't be working here. And we appreciate you being here. Knott's Berry Farm appreciates you being here, and they appreciate live music. And we're lucky to be a part of that. Let's give Knott's Berry Farm a lot of hits. Make a lot of noise. Our bosses are walking around so they can hear you. They're not in this show right now. I don't see any of them. Oh, never mind. Shh, don't look around. That is management. So you're having fun, right? It's going pretty good. We've been trying to get the people on the roller coasters to hold it down a little bit. Please hold it down. Please hold it down. Okay, that was pretty good. All right. This guy right here with a fiddle, that's Dynamite Denny, y'all. Animal Landers on the bass. Mr. Rick on the banjo. We're going to start off with a Hamilton County breakdown. Thanks, everybody. Let's hear for Dynamite Denny on that fiddle. We're going to go right into a medley. We do lots of medleys because we don't know the words to the whole song. This is a medley of bluegrass songs, and we're going to start off with this particular medley. However, this particular medley requires a lot of vocal singing, a lot of high notes, mid-range notes, and low-range notes. So I think we need to warm up our voices a little bit. Okay. All right. I've seen troubles on my day.
Sorrow, I've seen troubles all
Knott's Berry Farm.
Well, I ain't gonna work on the railroad. I ain't gonna work on the farm. Way around the shack till the train gets back. Leave my sweet baby's arms. Leave my sweet baby's arms. Leave my sweet baby's arms. Lay around the shack till the train comes back. Leave my sweet baby's arms. If dark clouds rise, sure sign of rain. Put the little red bonnet on, Eliza Jane. I can pay on the big corn, big and long. All I need is true girl, feed them when I'm gone. But Dooley was a good old man, he lived below the mill. Dooley had 2 daughters and 40 gallons still. One got lunch boiler, the other watched spout. Mama poured bottles and no Dooley had some snout. Dooley, $7, Dooley, $20, Dooley, just wanna pay back someday. Dooley, $7, Dooley, $20, Dooley, just wanna pay back someday. When you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go downtown. Just see if you're paying attention. We set out as our old rocky town down in the Tennessee hills. Ain't no smoggy smoke on the rocky town. Ain't no telephone bills. Once 2 strangers climbed over rocky tower looking for a moonshine stew. Stranger ain't come down from rocky tower, reckon they everywhere. Rocky town, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Right up. Okay.
Yes.
There she was just walking down the street singing. Well, now there's 1 for the money, a 2 for the show.
3 to get ready, now go.
Na 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 na. You old itsy bitsy teeny weeny. Ooh yeah ooh ah.
Ching, chang, walla, walla, bing, bang.
It's like we're a strange sect of monks. People are listening going, what kind of church is that? We have taken rock and roll songs, any kind of songs actually. We've done it with disco songs, we've done it with every kind of song you can think of, and applied it to country music. And we're going to take a ZZ Top song. I think this ZZ Top song makes wonderful bluegrass. And I think this particular song is a great example of why we are so popular with the girls. If you see, by far, there's more girls here than there are men. By far. And the few men that are here were probably drug in reluctantly. Like this guy right here with his. Anyway, sense a little jealousy. Let me tell you, fellas, what it is about us that the girls like. It's not really the music so much as it is
The cowboy.
the cowboy. You're ruining this show. You just threw off the kilter. You threw off the rhythm, and now I've got to pick it back up. As I was saying, what the girls like about us, I think, it's mostly look. But even even more important than look, personal hygiene. Clean shirt, new shoes, I don't know what I hang on to. Silk suit, black tie, I don't have a real while. They pull the world to different families they can. Every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man. Gold watch, diamond ring, I ain't missing out a single thing. Couple links, stick a pin, when I stick that I'm gonna do you in. The cool room just a pass by like, every girl's crazy about a sharp-dressed man. This is so nice playing out here, playing outside, and we just have to time it with the roller coaster, people. Certain times, if you're trying to get a joke going, you kind of have to sort of time your joke, knowing that the roller coaster might be coming around. But what we really like about this venue is how it sounds outside. The sound is beautiful, and we have a really great sound techs that we get to work with. Can we hear it for our sound techs? They make us sound so good out here. And this is a great song that Rick's going to sing. I think it's kind of a concert-ish type song. It's beautiful, called Just Passing Through.
I have stood up on the mountain, seen the other side. I've wrestled with the devil, wrestled with my pride. Been down in the valley, stood out in the rain, seen my love forsaken, felt the pleasure and the pain. But there's one thing for certain, yeah, there's one call that rings true. It's a mighty world we live in, but the truth is, we're only passing through. I have cried tears of sadness, cried tears of joy, found the life worth living from the peace within the noise. Turn my back on hatred, lying, prejudice and greed. Found the future in the present, found hope within the sleep. There's one thing for certain, yeah, there's one call that rings true. It's a mighty world we live in, but the truth is, we're only passing through. Passing through. You keep saying you got something for me, something you call love, but confess you've been messing where you shouldn't have been messing. Someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made of one of these boots are gonna
Walk all over you.
That's what I was gonna say. You keep lying when you ought to be truthing, and you keep losing when you ought to not bet. Now you keep saying when you ought to be changing. What's right and right? You ain't been right yet. These boots are made for walking. Then you want to do. One of these boots are gonna
Walk all over you.
All right, Denny. Take a little walk. Are gonna walk all over. Now you keep playing where you shouldn't be a playing. And you keep saying that you'll never get burned. Ah, well, I got me a brand new box of matches. And what she knows, you ain't had time to learn. These boots are made for walking. That's just what they'll do. One of these big boots are gonna walk all over you. Are you ready, boots? Start walking. I see these boots are gonna walk. All over you. Take it, they had to get out of here, those two people right there. Okay, all right, okay, sorry. Sorry, I knew they were vibing out. We were vibing them out. There was a thing. Those two people who finally are leaving. Oh, no, I was just kidding. I was only kidding. He turned around again. I was only kidding. Good grief. We get in a fight. Okay, I see it. Now I got to look at what we're doing here. Let's get started here. Here we go. We're just, hold on a second. If we just do a little pause, it builds excitement.
Yeah.
Okay. All right now, let's open again, walk on in, boys. I'm inclined to start the bidding at 25. Got a 30 bidding on a 30 go, 35 bidding on a 35, got a 40 bidding on a 40, got a 40 bidding on a 40 go. 40 got a 40, got a bidding on a 45, got a 45 bidding on a 50 go, we get 51, There was a boy from Arkansas who wouldn't listen to his mom when she told him that he should go to school. There's no way in the afternoon, take a little walk. Pretty soon you'd find him at the local auction barn. He said a little sweet girlie, and pretty soon he began to see how the auctioneer could talk so rapidly. But his little mind stood out
learn that auction price, gonna make my mark, be an auctioneer. $25 bid now for another $30, $30, bid $30, bid $30, bid $30, all the way to Wagon. $100 bid now, $35, $35, bid $35, bid $35, bid. Let's go! Storey on the Fender Telecaster guitar. And his best and all could see he didn't jest. He practiced going with both night and day. But his family find him behind the bar and he's working up and off a store trying to imitate the auctioneer. Well, his pimp said, "Sir, we just can't stand to have a little mediocre man so I'm taking an auction. You darn good man. Well, I've seen you off to auction school and you'll be nobody's fool. You can take your place among the best. What if I'm not a bid now? $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, $50, Let's go, come on. Now folks come from miles around us here, make their ring sound that fill their hearts such a happy cheer. Well, the same brew from shore to shore, he had all he could do and more. Had to buy a plane to get around. Now he's a top sitting on an endless poles and give them a hand cause he's the best hillbilly auctioneer. 40 miles out of it now, $50 I know what we need to do right now. I thought that. I think that we need to do a bluegrass song. Let's do a bluegrass song. Let's have Dennis sing this one called Hold What You Got. Yourself a good and tight, and I'll be home before daylight. Oh, what you got? I'm coming home to stay. That's right. Oh, what you got? I'm coming home, baby. Oh, what you got? And it don't mean maybe anything in the past. And I'm on my way. Don't sell the house, don't rent the car. Stay there, honey, right where you are. Oh, what you got? I'm coming home to stay. Let's whistle one.
there's certain characters that we have had in our lives, and we came from a land that had lots of characters. Then we came into Knott's Berry Farm, where there were new characters, and this particular character that we are going to pay a tribute to means a whole lot to us. It means a whole lot to me because I think that's how I got started, and what pushed me into professional show business was the very first role I got to play was in a musical called You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, and I got to play Snoopy. So I feel close to Snoopy, and this is our rendition or our medley to that character.
Century and the clear blue skies over Germany, gave a roar and a thunder man I never heard, like the scream and the sound of a big war bird. Up in the sky, a man in the plane, Aaron Von Red Cotton was his name. 80 men tried and 80 men died, now they're buried together on the countryside. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or more, the bloody red baron was run out the score. 80 men died trying to end that spree of the bloody red baron of Germany. In the nick of time, the hero arose, a funny looking dog with a big black nose. He flew into the sky to seek revenge, but the baron shot him down, curse his foil again. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or more, the bloody red baron was born out the sore. 80 men died trying to end that spree of the bloody red baron of Germany. Oh, Snoopy swore and then get that man, so he asked the great pumpkin for a new battle plan. He challenged the German to a real dog fight, while the baron was laughing, he got him in his sight. Come on now. Oh, the bloody red baron was in a fix. He tried everything, but it run out of tricks. Snoopy fired once and he fired twice, and the bloody red baron went spinning out of sight. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or more, the bloody red baron was run out of score. 8 men died trying to end that spree of the bloody red baron of Germany. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or more, the bloody red baron was run out of score. 8 men died trying to end that spree of the bloody red baron of Germany. The bloody red baron of Germany.
I'd like to remind everybody to have a beautiful night and happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Happy Fathers. We are all fathers, all of us are fathers, we all have one daughter, but, I mean, separately, of course. I look right over, I immediately see him, I immediately recognize him in his frock, standing over there, making his banjo gently weep only the way he can as George.
Hello, folks. About these new hair extensions, I haven't quite figured them out yet.
It's like, George, it's sort of like you're in a different era, kind of a futurist era.
Yes, yes, I am. I'm in the future.
And then, of course, we've got Ringo.
Thank you. Welcome to Wagon Camp, everyone.
Glad you could come. And then we've got John.
Oh, you're looking wonderful tonight, Paul. It's always the cutest people we always call here. Wouldn't you agree? Say, lads, let's play a little bit of the new one. Would you mind?
Oh, we just started working. This is as much as we've worked up so far. Ready?
Happy birthday, Paul. 1, 2, 3, 4. 75. Last night I said these words to my girl. I know you never even tried, girl. Come on, 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 come on. Please, please me, oh yeah, like I please you. Oh yeah, like I please you. Oh yeah, like I please you. In the town where I was born, lived the man who sailed the seas, and he told us of his life in the land of submarines.
Wow, it's the best it's ever sounded.
So we sailed up to the sun, till we found the sea of green, and we lived beneath the waves, and our yellow submarine. We all live in a yellow submarine, oh yellow submarine, oh, we all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine. Oh, something in the way she moves, blue, attracts me like no other lover. Something in the way she moves me, I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in oh yeah, I'll tell you something I think you'll understand when I say there's something I wanna hold your hand. 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 Yeah, 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 yeah.
Would you like an encore?
No.
We were going to do one anyway. We still had to kill 5 minutes. But yes, and then we didn't do teeth yet. And I knew somebody out there, somebody will be going, I don't believe they did the teeth.
We didn't believe you
I
did
feel
the
robbed.
teeth.
Well, don't you worry. We'll get the teeth in this routine for crying out loud. We're going to be telling a story theatrically. The storyteller, or what we refer to as the teller of the story, will be performed by Rick Storey. Animal Anders will be double cast. You'll play a regular common villager. Nice villager, nice disposition. Then I want you to lose that and become evil demon musician. Animal Anders. Play the most difficult, demanding character in the piece. Fortunately, we have the most difficult, demanding member of the band playing the villain, Dynamite Danny. I cast myself as the hero. I had to go rugged. I had to go with extreme handsomeness, and so therefore I cast myself. All right. Anyway, I know you're going to get her. Grab it. Grab her. Barely in time. You got hold of that. Good work. Good job. Good parenting. Okay. Remember, I just want to remind everybody that we get a standing ovation at the end of this. Even the people sitting over there, the bad people over here, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Forgot his horn.
sun and playing it hot. While the devil jumped up on a hickory stump and said, "Boy, let me tell you what."
Well, I guess you didn't know it, but I'm a fiddle player too, and if you care to take it there, I'll make a bet with you. Now you play pretty good fiddle, son, but give the devil his due. I'll bet a fiddle of gold against your soul, because I think I'm better than you.
The boy said,
My name's Johnny. Here's Johnny. And it might be a sin, but I'll take your bet you're gonna regret, because I'm the best that's ever been.
"Johnny, rosin up your bow, playing for the Lord. If you win the shiny fiddle, gain the gold. If you lose, the devil gets your soul." And fire flew from his fingertips as he rosined up his bow. And he pulled the bow across the strings and it made an evil hiss. A band of demons joined right in and sounded something like this.
Doing that is obnoxious.
When the devil finished, Johnny said,
Well, you're a pretty good old son. So sit down in that chair right there and let me show you how it's done.
"Hey, fine man, where the boys run. Devil's in the house with the rising sun. Cheese, bread, bam, bam, now go. Crazy like my little child, no. Let's go." Because he knew that he'd been beat. And he laid that golden fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet. Johnny said,
Devil, come on back and give one more try again. I told you once, you son of a gun, I'm the best that's ever been.
He